Welcome back to my channel. Today I have something really special to talk to you guys about, and that is the DiverseAThon readathon. And that was created by 4 really awesome, beautiful, smart ladies. I'll link all the information down below. I love their YouTube channels. You should follow them on YouTube, and you should follow them on Twitter. And they were the ones that sort of created this readathon after some things that have been said lately about how necessary really is diversity in books and in literature and in TV and things like that. And obviously it's incredibly important. Erasure is violence, so we definitely want to celebrate diversity as much as we possibly can. And so they came up with the great idea to have a week-long readathon called DiverseAthon. And so today I'm going to be talking about the books that I want to read or get to during the week. It starts Monday the 12th, goes through to the next Monday, which is the 19th, I believe. And again, I'll link all the information down below. They also have some Google documents where you can find some suggestions if you don't know what you want to read or things like that. So they're really prepared, and they'll have some discussions on Twitter as well. So that's why you should definitely follow them on Twitter. I know I'll be there for all of those discussions. I think a lot of good things will be said. I think we'll have some really good feedback and really good conversations started that I think really need to continue to happen. So when I set my original TBR for September, I didn't know that this was happening. So for this week, I will put my reading for those books on hold, and I will be trying to read some of these that I will share with you guys. I know I definitely have more than I know I can get to, but I thought I always like to have options because I'm sort of a mood reader. So let's get right into it. The first one that I'm super excited about is called Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Cordova, and this was released I think like 3 days ago or something like that. And it has a Latina or Latinx main character, and it's about brujas, and I believe there's like an LGBT relationship in here. I don't know too much about it, and I honestly don't really want to know too much about it. I prefer to read books without knowing too much about them. So there you go. What more could I possibly ask for? The next one is one that I've been wanting to read for what feels like for absolutely ever, and that is the autobiography of Malcolm X. Everybody that I talk to always suggests that I read this book with regards to knowing more about him, obviously. I've always sort of admired him, but not known too much about him beyond that which you learn in history class. And I was very fortunate to have a really great, thorough history class in high school, but I still want to know more. And so I think this will be a great read. I think this will be an eye-opening read, and I think this will be one of my favorite autobiographies of all time. Next is I Am Malala. If you don't know who she is, then you really need to look her up because she's absolutely amazing. And it is about her story, everything that she had to deal with, she and her family and her country, with the Taliban. She was shot by them when she was trying to get an education. So since then, she has been trying to spread knowledge and trying to get education for every girl worldwide. I think hearing her speak sometimes, just it amazes me how someone so young can have such developed ideas of love and of companionship and education and just being there for the community and for your fellow human beings. And she really wants education for every girl all over the world, and that's something that I can definitely get behind on. So I've always wanted to read this book since I found out about who she was and what happened to her, and so finally getting around to it, I purchased it just for this readathon, but finally I have it. So even if I don't get to it this week, I will definitely be reading this very soon. This is another one that I don't really know that much about, but I really want to get to. It's called In the Country by Mia Alvar, and it's from the little things that I read, it's like a collection of different stories of the diaspora I always forget how to pronounce that word, of individuals from the Philippines. And I don't know if it's fiction or nonfiction, but I think these are stories that that either way need to be told and need to be read and known. So I'm really, really excited to read this one. Again, I don't really know that much about it, but that's totally fine with me. I'm sure I'll absolutely love it. And what better time to read it than now? The last one that I'm putting in my TBR, I don't really know that I'll probably get to this one, but I wanted to get it anyway because I read Gabriel Garcia Marquez when I was in high school. I read Crónica de una muerte anunciada, which is Chronicle of a Death Foretold. I read it for Spanish class, and it was amazing, and I've always wanted to get back to more of his books. So I got Love in the Time of Cholera. I want to read this for a yearly reading challenge that I'm doing anyway, so even I needed this book regardless, but I took the opportunity of the readathon to really to get it and hopefully be able to get to it. So we'll see. Again, not one that I really don't know anything about. It's about two youth that fall in love, and then something happens and they probably break up or something, and we'll see. But I've heard nothing but absolutely amazing things about this book. So my boyfriend raves about him. He's Colombian, so I mean so we'll see. Another one that I know I will absolutely love, and hey, it's the winner of a Nobel Prize. There you go. Or he is, so there you go. So that is the books. Those are the books that hopefully I will get to. I know, again, I'm not going to get to all of them, but I'm really happy that I have them in my possession and in my book collection so I can get to them quickly. I think DiverseAThon is going to be an amazing thing that I hope becomes a yearly thing, or maybe multiple times a year. And I hope a lot of people participate because I think it's amazing. I think it's a great opportunity to expand our reading and really read things that we might not normally have gravitated towards. I think it's all about making an effort to look for things that you might not have read about, read about stories that you might not have read about. Being an ally to marginalized individuals means ceding the mic to them, and I think this is a great way to do that because you are purposely looking for stories being told about marginalized individuals by marginalized individuals, and who better to tell you about their story and their life and their struggle than a person who has gone through that. So I didn't even really know who created it or how long it was gonna be or whatever, but as soon as I read like a #DiverseAThon, I was like, I don't know what that is, but I definitely need to be involved, and so here I am. I hope you guys will also participate, or even if you can't, that you find some books in my video or in someone else's TBR or wrap up that you want to add to your list of books to read. And hopefully you can expand your reading and learn some new things about different people that you might not have known anything about before. I know almost nothing about individuals from the Philippines, and I have great friends that are from there, so that's ridiculous to me. So I'm hoping to bridge that gap by reading this book, and hopefully will lead to other books and other stories and history and things like that, because I love to learn. So thank you so much for watching. Please tell me down below if you're going to be participating and if you're going to read any of the books that I've mentioned or what books you're reading. If you've read any of these before, please let me know what you think about them. Thank you so much and have a wonderful, wonderful day.